Hello everyone. Today we will going to start our second chapter, which is multinomial probability distribution. In this video we will discuss what is meant by multinomial probability distribution, and we will derive PMF of multinomial probability distribution. Also we will discuss what is the relationship between binomial distribution and multinomial probability distribution. Earlier, we have studied the situations which are treated as Bernoulli trials, where trial has two outcomes, and we use in this situation probability model as a binomial distribution. Following are some examples of Bernoulli trial. First, tossing a coin. It has only two outcomes, head or tail. Result of a student in a certain examination. Again, the student is pass or fail. So these are some experiments which has only two outcomes. Apart from the above situations, there are some situations where we see that trials results into more than two outcomes. For example, blood group of an individual, where the outcomes are O, A, B or AB. The number on upward face of a die. The outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Again we can say that class obtained by a student in an examination. Either he get first class, second class or distinction. So these are some examples or experiments where outcomes are more than 2. Where outcomes are only 2, we can use binomial distribution as a probability model. But now, where outcomes are more than 2, we cannot use binomial distribution as a probability model. So we have to find out a probability model for these situations. We can define the above situation in a general way. Suppose in general, a trial or an experiment results into k outcomes, that is t1, t2, tk. It is repeated n times. Suppose the outcome t1, t2, tk appear x1, x2, xk times respectively. That is, outcome t1 appear x1 time, t2 appear x2 time, and so on, tk appears xk time. So x1 plus x2 xk is equal to n, that is number of trials. Since probability is that the outcome t1, t2 tk appear are p1, p2 pk respectively, that is the outcome t1 appear x1 time with probability p1. Similarly, outcome t2 appear x2 times with probability p2, and so on. The outcome tk appear xk times with probability pk. So p1 plus p2 pk is equal to 1. So we get x1, x2 xk as a k-dimensional variable, and we would like to find its probability distribution. And the probability distribution of x1 is equal to x1, that is value of x1, x2 is equal to x2, and xk is equal to xk is a multinomial probability distribution. So in general, we can say that whenever the experiment or trial has more outcomes, we can use multinomial probability distribution in that situation. For finding PMF of multinomial probability distribution, we required multinomial theorem, and multinomial theorem is defined from binomial theorem. So first we will see what is meant by binomial theorem. So we know that for positive integer n, a plus b raised to n is equal to summation x is equal to 0 to n factorial divided by x factorial into n minus x factorial into a raised to x into b raised to n minus x. This is simply a binomial theorem for two values. Similarly, we can define trinomial theorem. So for positive integer n, a plus b plus c raised to n is equal to summation x1 is equal to 0 to n summation x2 is equal to 0 to n minus x1 into n factorial divided by x1 factorial into x2 factorial into n minus x1 minus x2 factorial into a raised to x1, b raised to x2 and c raised to n minus x1 minus x2. So this is trinomial theorem because it is defined for 3 values. Similarly, we can define multinomial theorem. So clearly, multinomial theorem is a generalization of binomial theorem. Binomial theorem is defined for 2 values, trinomial theorem is defined for 3 values. So multinomial theorem is defined for k values. So multinomial theorem for k values, that is a1, a2, dash 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 ak, is defined as a1 plus a2 plus dash dash ak raised to n is equal to summation x1 is equal to 0 to n, summation x2 is equal to 0 to n minus x1, and this goes up to summation xk minus 1 is equal to 0 to n minus x1 minus x2 dash dash xk minus 2 into n factorial divided by x1 factorial into x2 factorial dash 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 xk factorial. We can write xk factorial because of n minus x1 minus x2 minus x3 minus dash 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 xk minus 1 is equal to what? Xk. So we can replace here xk factorial into a1 raised to x1, a2 raised to x2 dash dash ak raised to xk. So this is the multinomial theorem for k values. So using this multinomial theorem, we can find probability distribution of x1 is equal to x1, x2 is equal to x2 up to xk is equal to xk. So this multinomial theorem is useful while finding the PMF of multinomial probability distribution. Let us see probability mass function, that is PMF of multinomial distribution. And the definition is a discrete k-dimensional random variable, that is vector x is equal to what? x1, x2 dash 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 xk. That is vector x contains k variables which are x1, x2, xk. Is said to follow multinomial probability distribution with parameters n, p1, p2 up to dash 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 pk if its joint mass function is given by, that is probability of x1 is equal to x1, x2 is equal to x2 up to dash dash xk is equal to xk is equal to, here we use multinomial probability theorem, that is n factorial divided by x1 factorial into x2 factorial up to dash dash xk factorial into p1 raised to x1, p2 raised to x2 up to dash dash pk raised to xk. If, what are the conditions? p1 plus p2 up to dash dash pk is equal to 1, that is summation of pi where I is running from 1 to k is equal to 1, and x1 plus x2 dash 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 xk is equal to n, that is summation of xi where I is running from 1 to k is equal to n, that is number of trials. Xj is running from 0, 1 to up to xk, and j is running from what? 1 to k. This is the PMF of multinomial probability distribution, and it is 0 otherwise. While applying multinomial probability distribution, we have to check that these two conditions, that is summation of pi should be 1 and summation of xi is equal to n. Clearly we can say that multinomial probability distribution is a generalization of binomial distribution. In binomial distribution, we only focus on single event, while in multinomial probability distribution, we focus on k events, that is multiple events. So it is called as multinomial probability distribution. Here some remarks. First, symbolically, multinomial probability distribution is written as this way. That is vector x is equal to x1, x2 dash dash xk follows multinomial distribution with parameters n, p1, p2 dash dash pk, where n, p1, p2, dash dash pk are the parameters of multinomial distribution. So multinomial distributions have k plus 1 parameters, that is p1, p2, pk, these are k values, and n. So multinomial probability distributions have k plus 1 parameters. Third remark is, since x1 plus x2 plus dash dash xk is equal to 1, hence if k minus 1 variables are known, the kth variable gets fixed. That is, if we know the k minus 1 variables, then we can calculate the kth variable. So kth variable does not remain variable, it becomes a constant, because this condition is satisfied for multinomial probability distribution. So vector x, that is x1, x2 dash dash xk, is of what? K minus 1 dimensional variable. For k is equal to 2, we get binomial distribution. Simply, that is multinomial distribution is generalization of binomial distribution. Then for k is equal to 2, we simply get binomial distribution. Next remark is, marginal distribution turns out to be binomial. Marginal distribution turns out to be binomial. Simply, that is multinomial distribution is generalization of binomial distribution. Then marginal distribution of single variable, obviously it is binomial. We will see proof of this theorem on later videos. The conditional distribution turns out to be binomial. Obviously the conditional distribution is also binomial. The variable x1, x2 dash dash xk are dependent variables. Moreover, they are negatively correlated. These variables, that is x1, x2, xk, are dependent variable because they obey this relationship, that is x1 plus x2 plus dash dash xk is equal to 1. Therefore, if x1 is increases, then obviously x2 is decreases because they have to satisfy this property. So these variables are dependent variables and negatively correlated. We again see this proof in the next discussion. So in the next discussion, we will find out MGF of multinomial probability distributions and central moments and draw moments of multinomial probability distribution. Thank you. Let us see a concept of multinomial distribution with example. Consider the example. A quality control supervisor inspects the lot. The previous experience show that 10% items are rejectable, 80% items are acceptable, and 10% items are acceptable after rework. Suppose a lot of 15 items is submitted for inspection. Find the probability that 2 items are rejectable, 8 are acceptable, and 5 need to be reworked. So in this example, we have given 3 probabilities. 10% of probability that item is rejectable, 80% is a probability that item is acceptable, and 10% is a probability that item is acceptable after rework, that is reworkable. So we have P1, P2 and P3. Let us see. A trial in this example is to inspect the items. What is the trial in this example? To inspect the item. There are three types of outcomes. What are these? The item is either rejectable, either acceptable or reworked. So we have given 3 probabilities. P1, that is probability of item is rejectable. What is it? It is 10%, that is 0.10. P2 is probability of item is acceptable. What is it? It is 80%, that is 0.80. P3 is probability of item is reworkable. What is it? It is 10%, so 0.10. We know that in multinomial probability distribution, summation of Pi, I is running from 1 to k is 1. Here we have only 3 outcomes, so P1 plus P2 plus P3 is equal to what? It should be 1. And we want to find probability that 2 items are rejectable, 8 are acceptable, and 5 need to be reworked. So x1 here, number of items are rejectable. What is it? 2. x2, that is number of items are acceptable, what is it? 8. And x3, number of items are reworked, which is 5. So we want to find the probability that 2 items are rejectable, 8 are acceptable and 5 need to be reworked. Again we know that summation of xi, I is running from 1 to k, is equal to n in multinomial distribution. So 2 plus 8 plus 5 is equal to n. So n is what? 15. So required probability is probability of x1 is equal to 2, x2 is equal to 8 and x3 is equal to 5. We want to find this probability. So x1, x2, x3 follows multinomial distribution with parameter n is equal to what? 15, p1 is equal to 0.10, p2 is equal to 0.80 and p3 is equal to 0.10. So we know that PMF of multinomial distribution is probability of x1 is equal to x1, x2 is equal to x2 up to xk is equal to xk is equal to n factorial divided by x1 factorial into x2 factorial up to xk factorial into p1 raised to x1, p2 raised to x2 up to pk raised to xk. So required probability is probability of x1 is equal to 2, x2 is equal to 8 and x3 is equal to 5 is equal to what? 15 factorial, because the value of n is 15. What is the value of x1? 2, x2 is 8 and x3 is 5. So it becomes 15 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 8 factorial into 5 factorial multiplied by 0.1 raised to 2, 0.8 raised to 8 and 0.1 raised to 5. So after calculating this equation, we get the value of probability of x1 is equal to 2, x2 is equal to 8, x3 is equal to 5 is equal to 15 factorial, because the value of n is 15, value of x1 is 2, x2 is 8 and x3 is 5. So we get 15 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 8 factorial into 5 factorial into 0.1 raised to 2 into 0.8 raised to 8 into 0.1 raised to 5 is equal to what? 0.002267. So this is the concept of multinomial probability distribution. In today's lecture, we have seen what is mean by multinomial probability distribution and what is the PMF of multinomial probability distribution. Also we have seen one example of multinomial probability distribution. In the next lecture, we will discuss how to compute mean and variance of multinomial probability distribution. We will also discuss some important results based on multinomial probability distribution. So please come on to the next lecture. Thank you.